So I know that this is somewhat a different video for the channel, but just bear with me. My early exposure to angry music was 90s alternative radio, something that in addition to things like Helmet and Korn also frequently included other things like Fiona Apple,
I've been a bad, bad girl.
Jewel,
Who will save your soul?
Alanis Morissette,
Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater?
and also having been born in 1986, I had a lot of toddler time soaking in 80s pop that really stuck with me and also probably helped fuel my interest in industrial music as well. So enter Chappell Roan and consider the song My Kink is Karma, which in many ways lyrically feels like a spiritual successor to the 90s radio hit You Oughta Know, but with that 80s sound.
People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you. Right, your life, you losing your mind.
This is one of the most pissed off, bitter, and attitude-wise metal breakup songs I have ever heard. The thought of her ex crashing his car and going insane is literally getting her off sexually. That's some fun and subversive shit on its own, made even better by the fact that she writes her own stuff. And all presented in a just genuinely catchy pop song. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who aren't even paying attention to lyrics and are just smiling and bobbing their head. Now add to that an incredible command of her voice, which is what has always drawn me to a number of incredible female artists over the years, from Bjork to Hayley Williams of Paramore.
And if you complain once more, all I wanted was you.
And also going back in time again, thinking of this classic with Sinead O'Connor.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares.
On that note, what actually first caught my attention was Chappell Roan's Tiny Desk performance hitting my recommendation feed, and man, if you want to hear someone absolutely kill every note and inflection without any studio magic, this is it.
Come get me out of California. No leaves are bright.
It's the same stuff that drives me to a lot of female metal vocalists as well, from Epica and Nightwish to Ginger and even Poppy. Which makes for a nice transition to theatrics. First of all, Chappell Roan is all about camp, specifically drag aesthetic. But there's plenty of crossover here from David Bowie to Cyndi Lauper to King Diamond and beyond. Any black metal fan who scoffs at this has so little self-awareness, but that really shouldn't be that surprising, I suppose. And now that she's hitting it big enough to have clout for bigger budgets, check out this performance from the VMAs. She's basically performing what feels like a Kate Bush song dressed like goddamn Joan of Arc. And meanwhile, there's fire and full sword combat choreography going on behind her that puts most folk metal bands to shame. Also very Sabaton coded. There's just so much creatively going into everything from the performance to the music, and most importantly, the songwriting is just exquisite. Little side note too, I feel like we need to retire this like industry plant label that I see some people throwing around. I feel like it's lost all meaning. People don't understand what the purpose of that term is. I feel like the implication with that is that somebody is like being unfairly boosted up despite a lack of talent, but man, if this is an industry plant, then please plant more of them.
Hi, I'm Poppy, and these are plants. On the left is an industry plant, and on the right is a real plant.
Like, this entire album is front to back pop perfection, if you ask me. I would love to have a lot more of this in the genre right now. Plenty of variety, too, to showcase all of her talents and interests. I also appreciate that she pushes back on parasocial relationships. Like the way people treat their bands and artists, from Chappell to Sleep Token, like it frankly disgusts me. And I also like what she had to say about like politics and musicians too. It's like, you can be a political musician, but people should not look to their pop musicians to have a take on every single thing. Like, that's really sad. They're as clueless as we are for the most part. Now don't worry, I'm not gonna go full Anthony Fantano on you and start reviewing a bunch of pop music, but regular viewers know I like to occasionally cover non-metal material that hits me just right, and I've been thinking about this one a lot. I love music of all kinds, minds, and my main goal of this channel is to encourage people to try all sorts of things even if it's outside of their comfort zone. Especially if it's outside of their comfort zone. And if this makes you leave the channel because you think I'm a poser or some crap like that, then good riddance. That's not the type of community I want to foster here anyways.
Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you.
Also, always feel free to recommend me stuff like this, because God knows I need a break from the extreme stuff sometimes. Check out this playlist for some more of my favorite non-metal albums, or this for your personal YouTube recommendation. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.